Hello people, today I finally have with us the MG06 from MS General. This is Xia Hou Dun. I did a lot earlier in the, probably like a month and a half ago now. I did the other half, which was the Animal Companion, the Contract Beast as they call it in this series. This is Xia Hou Dun. She is known as the Chief of Wise Founders. She already got famous at a young age with her bold and attentive character. She's defending the Y region's Horn Front. Soldiers all trust her. Her contract beast is Lu Wu. They met in their childhood, then became friends and teachers for each other. That's the little write-up there. There will be a few other write-ups in the manual, but they are in Chinese, which is notoriously difficult to translate, and I'm not going to bother trying right now. So like what I did for the tiger beast that she has as a companion, and I will link that in the description for when I upload this, I'm going to go ahead and show the articulation on this girl, and then I'll show you the accessories that she comes with. There's quite a few. We'll go ahead and get into that in a little bit, but for now, let's go ahead and show off the articulation. All right, so for articulation, of course, this is just a hat. It sits on her head. We have a very basic ball joint that goes straight into her head. They give you plenty of room for it to move around. And there's also a pivot inside her head. Just lost something. A pivot inside her head, as you see here. It's not a polycap per se. It is an ABS piece, but that does wiggle just a bit so you can get a little bit of that neck shake there. On the shoulders are very basic. They are a peg that goes into a hole inside her arm. So you move that around there and you can move it similarly to other girls where you have a peg through the socket there, so you can move that up and down. Of course, you can see this moves too. Single jointed elbow. Actually, no. Double jointed elbow, one in the bottom, one in the top. Gets you pretty far. Not perfect, but not bad. The same wrist pins that we see on all the Mecha Musume kits, so you can move that, rotate it, move this one, rotate it, and then rotate it at the inner axis as well. The chest is a ball joint that plugs into the top. That one is a looser one up there, just like the head, so you can move that quite a bit. You can also move it side to side because it is on a ball joint. No waist joint connector here because this is one solid piece. Keeps it simple and sturdy. Inside the leg, there is a swivel joint just like the shoulder, except for this one is on a female connector, so the peg is inside the bottom here. That peg can rotate here like you see, and can move up and down inside there, as well as the articulation around that, up and down this way. At the upper thigh, you can rotate this section, and it does have a double jointed knee as well. The ankle has a bit of armor here that rotates, moves around on a ball joint. Your heel is pegged into the top here, so you can move that up and down, and then there is a bit more articulation at the very bottom, just a peg that slides up and down like so. Alright, and as far as extras go, you see here I put on her skirt, which is like a sort of armored skirt here. Some nice clear parts, and a couple of thrusters that go on her back. You can change those so that they go on the top of those thrusters. It looks like a jet engine, I suppose you could say. In terms of more extras, you also get some more expressions. It does come with eye patches for these, or you can have it without. There's also this face, which is this one, but with both eyes out. And some blanks, because you have to have your blanks. Many pairs of hands, including a holding with a solid finger, a fist, holding hand on the opposite side, open holding hand, which is what she's using over here, open expressive hand, and a relaxed holding hand for both sides. There's also some plate blockers. If she has that backpack on, you can put that in her back instead. And I forget what these are for. I think they're for her hair. I'm not sure. I don't remember where those go. I'll have to look at the instructions for those. Alright, so I can't find where those other pieces go, but alternatively there are 3 different masks on her eyes. One is the dark gray, and then another one is the silver. Here is the dark gray. That goes over her eye just like this one does. That's the silver, just the same. So yeah, quite a bit there for extras, but of course the biggest extra would be what's his name? Lu Wu, the big tiger. He's pretty dusty now, but I will bring him out in just a second. First, we're going to do a size comparison between this one and some of the other model kits I normally have. So one of the cool things about MS General is that they are in 1/10 scale, which means that they're pretty large for model kits. Here is, for example, a 1/144 scale Gundam in a high grade series. As you see, right up to her shoulders. Normally this one is pretty tall for a high grade. I happen to think that the 30-minute missions kit looks really good next to her, but he is in 1/144 scale as well. Compared to her in 1/10, she is just huge, almost double his size. Here we have Jinrai. Jinrai is standing up to her shoulders as well. He is in 1/100 scales from the Frame Arms series. She is just massive. And we can't bring out a girl kit without having the Frame Arms Girl series coming out. This is the Architect. She is in roughly 1/12 scale, so I think in 1/10 scale she would actually be approximately the same height as Xia Hou Dun here. And now our tiny representative of the Hexagear series. This is the Governor. This one's Nero. He is in 1/24 scale, so quite small compared to a 1/10. And here is Xia Hou Dun, just about matching the heights with the Alex Gundam from the Master Grade series in 1/100. This guy is normally very big compared to most of my model kits. You can see here, she's holding her own. Alright, and here is Lu Wu, the giant tiger, compared to her. That is the last of the extras, of course. She can ride on him. I will probably take off the tail to facilitate better viewing of this guy. But she could easily fit on his back. Obviously, you're going to want to pose her better than what I'm doing, but just having her sit there, you can see how massive that guy is. And he is deemed an accessory for her, which is kind of cool, kind of crazy at the same time. She is definitely a huge kit, but this guy does make it look like she's just an afterthought. Check that out. Just a huge guy next to a huge lady. I have her pose the most awkwardly as I can. There we go. Alright, and last but not least on the extras, you do include this really cool card. I think I showed it to you on the last one, but still, this is a VIP invitation if you want to go on, I think it's Weibo. What is the site? Yeah, Weibo. Definitely check that out. I am personally not registered there, but there's some information on there. And then you can see the massive decal sheet. Lots of stuff for you to put on, including some more eye facial expressions, including a really silly one there. Some fun stuff to be keep your idle hands busy. This one's on the cheaper side of massive model kits. I want to say I paid $60 for it, and that includes the Zoid-like character Lu Wu and Xia Hou Dun here. Very, very cool set. I really appreciate the effort they put into this thing. There's a lot of work that they put in to make it look good, and it's simple enough where it's easy to build. So I definitely appreciate that. In terms of price, I don't think you can get much better for your dollar. Some of the newer MS General kits, they're just massive, so they are going to be more expensive. But in terms of dollar to piece count, I think this one's one of the best. The kit, the girl kit, is simplistic versus what you normally get in an MS General, but she is really nice, very sturdy, and very well put together. And the tiger here, he's really well put together as well. Highly recommend this kit if you're into girl kits at all. If you have space on your shelf, I highly recommend it. If you don't, this is probably one you want to pass on because it is big. The girl herself and the mecha tiger here are very, very big, so something to be concerned about maybe. The lack of other display options, there's no stand or anything like that. There is no alternative body form. You know, what you see is what you get. That's not a big deal, but to some people it might be. Some of the new girl kits are coming with 2 bodies, so you know this one might seem like a little bit of a, you know, go back to the original versus what you see now. But I still think she's definitely worth the price. I would not hesitate to get another one. If it had plans to paint, this one would be a very fun one to do. There's lots of different things that you can do, lots of color separation and lots of parts detailing if you want to change up how things look. I happen to really like this girl. I can see why some people don't, but I'm definitely on the side of, I'd probably rate it higher than most of the other MS General girls. Very sturdy and very, very well done. Face expression, hair sculpt, everything looks really, really good. That said, I think that's going to be it for this review, guys. I think this one is a really good kit. Once more, I will give you a recommendation, again, if you have the room and if girl kits are something that you like. But that's going to be it for today, guys. I will see you guys next time, or you'll see me, but more than likely you'll see my stuff. Bye-bye.